what's going on, everybody? The Carmichael Show recently did an episode on Bill Cosby, and it's become very controversial. A lot of people are talking about it. Now, for you guys that follow me on my personal Facebook page, you know that at the top of last year, I was trying to get everybody to watch this show because I was a part of it. And for you guys that listen to my videos on a regular basis, you know that I do work within the music industry, but it's always been a passion of mine to transgress over to film. So I networked. To make a long story short, I got picked up for the marketing team for this particular show. And I remember getting a phone call and them saying, you know, they wanted me on board and et cetera, and they would be shooting at Fox Studios. Now, the minute they said Fox Studios, I said, oh, damn, because we all know how Fox gets down. You don't have to be within, you know, the entertainment industry or even live out here in California to know how Fox gets down. But, you know, I said, let me go in there, let me do my job to the best of my ability, get the experience and be a part of this black sitcom, because there's not a lot of black sitcoms out there, and if it is, we're playing into negative stereotypes. So, you know, I remember going to the pilot, you know, having several meetings, et cetera, and they didn't really know if this show was going to be a green light at first. And when I say green light, they didn't know if any networks would pick it up. They didn't know if it would be relatable or transgress over to the general public. So it was kind of an up and down toss, but NBC ended up picking the show up. And that was the first season. The first season, you know, they kind of kept it on a common ground. I thought it was a pretty good show. You know, some things were shaky. I remember going to the pilot and they had Tiffany Haddish there, which I must say, she fine as hell. Trust me, I didn't see her in person, but they had her doing some things within the script that I was like, you know, I don't know about that. You know, they had her doing some things I felt like played into negative stereotypes. But I will say this, there was balance within the script and there was balance within the characters. But I just thought it was some things they had her doing, you know, as far as playing into, you know, a negative stereotype that she's some hood rat black woman. So, you know, I felt a little bit of the writing was shaky, but at the same time, I liked the way the overall project came together. And if, you know, for you guys that work with me, and I know some people that work with me that watch my videos, you know, I'm not quiet. I don't sit back and, you know, just keep quiet for a check. I'm very vocal. But at the same time, I was not a part of the writing team. I was a part of the marketing team. So, you know, there's things that I could say, but at the end of the day, it's out of my control. But season 2, you know, I know they're picking up on the dialogue. They're trying to, you know, be a little bit more edgy. The same with Blackish. I don't know if you guys have been checking out that show, but that show has become a little bit more edgy, and they're trying to tackle certain subjects. Now, when it comes to Bill Cosby, you know, you got 3 different type of people. You have the people who, you know, basically, you know, Cosby can do no wrong. You know, they're going to defend Cosby no matter what. And then you have the people who attack Bill Cosby and basically take the side of these what, 50-something women or whatever the amount that has came out and accuse them of these allegations without looking at the overall picture, without looking at the fact that there's no solid proof or evidence to convict Bill Cosby for what they say he's done. And then you have the people like me who understand what the media is doing and how they're trying to basically attack Bill Cosby and basically say he's guilty without any hard proof or evidence, but at the same time sitting back and saying, well, you know, this is Bill Cosby's karma for a lot of things he's done on the public stance, a lot of down talking he's done towards the black community, because we cannot ignore that, and him talking within mixed company. So you got 3 different people who react to this in in different type of ways. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys part of the Bill Cosby episode of, you know, them having objectivity, because I think that's very important when we talk about scripts. Having objectivity when it comes to Bill Cosby. And I'll come back with my commentary.
You should come out with me to a fun comedy show.
Gerard, what are you doing?
Oh, I love comedians. They're always so mean. This is exciting. We haven't been out in a long time.
Who the tickets for? Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby.
Oh, you know, when we were dating, your daddy used to play those Cosby records and act out routines but he wasn't very good at it. But that was when we cared enough to try. Joe, you remember when we cared enough to try?
Feels like it was a lifetime ago. But tonight we're celebrating because we're going to see Bill Cosby.
Oh, Joe, come on. You're not really going to go support Bill Cosby.
Support? No. Enjoy. Now, I'm not going to be a character witness for this man in court.
Well, Cynthia certainly doesn't want to go and see a predator who took advantage of innocent women. Do you, Cynthia?
No, right?
Right.
Look, Ma, it's a special day for you. If you want to come, just come.
Well, how many women is it up to now?
55.
Yeah, it's a lot.
55 different women have all come forward.
Oh, that's a high number. I shouldn't go, right? Oh, I don't know what to do. What you guys think?
Well, I tell you what I think. I couldn't go see Bill Cosby.
Good. Good for you, Bobby. We need to support the victims.
That's a good reason, too. But my thing is this. Bill Cosby is always so critical of us young people, you know? He always talk about the way we wear our pants and the music we listen to.
Us young people, Bobby, you're 32 years old.
You know, Maxine, there's something in this country called innocent until proven guilty.
Oh, you really think that there's a chance he's innocent?
No, I know he is innocent until proven guilty. But that is the foundation of our justice system. I mean, isn't that what you would want if you were accused of something, or do you want the internet to decide? Don't get me wrong. If Bill Cosby is tried and convicted during the show, all you got to do is text me, and I promise you I will storm right out.
Our justice system also has a bad habit of letting people who are rich and famous off the hook.
Well, maybe it isn't our place to decide. I mean, with the statute of limitations, only God can judge now anyway. Who is going to be in the opening act? Is it Wayne Brady? Ooh, he does it all.
Look, for me, this whole thing isn't about guilt or innocence. It's about the fact that the Cosby Show was so important. I mean, it brought my family together. It made us realize we could go to college. I mean, we didn't, but we knew we could, and that ain't nothing.
That doesn't change the fact that he's a horrible human being. Allegedly.
Continue.
Look, Maxine, just face it. Talent is more important than morals.
Well, more important, according to who?
According to you, the same woman who, despite many accusations, continues to listen to Michael Jackson.
Well, if she's listening to Michael Jackson, I can go see Bill Cosby.
Come on, give me a break. Everybody listens to Michael Jackson.
And that's my point. Everyone should listen to Michael Jackson. Even his victims should listen to his music. I mean, they probably need it more than we do. They've been through a lot.
Well, the boy's got a point. I mean, I support gay rights, but I still eat at Chick-fil-A like a lot. Like 4 times a week. Maybe I don't support gay rights.
You're being hypocritical, Maxine. Aren't you the same person who saw Blue Jasmine during the height of the Woody Allen scandal, just put money directly into his pockets?
Fine. If you don't go see Bill Cosby, then I will never go see a Woody Allen film again.
I'm not judging you for seeing his movies. You should see them. He's a great artist. I'm just saying you need to separate people's personal life from their work. I mean, anybody's capable of doing something violent or disgusting, but the list of people with genuine talent is limited. So, talent trumps morals.
Does this man have to go back to listening to Chris Brown? Has there ever been a singer with the last name Brown who didn't hit a girl? Chris, Bobby, James. The list is bottomless.
The show starts soon, Ma. What's it going to
be? All right, so you guys checked out the clip from the Carmichael show. Now, you know, I wasn't a part of this particular season because as the show progressed on and got more popular, the production studios decided to go with more of an experienced marketing team when it comes to television. But, you know, I'm glad I got the chance to work on the show, and I do have that experience under my belt. So, you know, I ain't tripping. But before the clip played, you know, I mentioned objectivity. If you look at all the different cast members and what they were saying, they were basically projecting things that we all say, you know, whether we at home in the barbershop, whether you're black, white, green, or purple. These are the different perspectives that people have. Now, the brother that was sitting on the couch, Lil Rel, you guys check him out, brother out of Chicago. He's a real funny dude. But he mentioned the whole thing about, Cosby lecturing the youngins about, their pants being down. Now, I wasn't mad at Cosby for that, because to be quite frankly and honest, I think that does need to stop. I think a lot of these guys need to pull their goddamn pants up. I wasn't mad at Cosby about that, but it was how he did it, and it was where he did it. And that's very important, because us as blacks, especially if you're a public figure and you have the microphone and people are listening to you, you have to be very careful about the words you use and the things you say, especially within mixed company. And that brings me to another situation. I was watching a YouTuber video about Gerard on I think he was on Bill Maher's show or something like that, and they were talking about this particular incident, and he made some type of reference to something was like, my dad shot some nigga when he owed him $30, something to that. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he used the word nigga in this crowd. And, when I heard it, I was like, no, brother, no. Because what you're doing is you're basically out there basically buck dancing and using that derogatory term, in mixed company. And this is what I talk about. We have to be very mindful about the different words that we use in mixed company and how we speak about each other and to each other. Now, I met Gerard. He's a cool dude, laid back. I never saw any cooning. Now, I met everybody on the cat. I didn't see any cooning from anybody. But a lot of times we're not mindful about the things that we say in mixed company. And that's what Cosby did. See, it's a difference from speaking to someone and preaching and lecturing or talking down to someone. You know why Farrakhan can call up Meek Mill or Nas and, talk to these guys about certain things that they might do that play into certain negative stereotypes, these hip-hop beefs out here or whatever. You know why Farrakhan can call up these hip-hop stars and they respect him and they listen to him and will actually sit down with Farrakhan? Is because they respect how he comes at them. He doesn't talk down to these brothers or, preach to them. He speaks to them. And that's what I think, Bill Cosby got away from. He felt like because he was Bill Cosby, because, he donated money to colleges and he did this, and this for black folks, he felt like he can do and say whatever and he wouldn't be reprimanded for it. And that's where he detached himself from the younger generation. And I want to point that out because a lot of people, have misconceptions about, well, why are we getting mad at Cosby, or why this or why that? It was the way he spoke about a certain group of people within our community, and it was how he did it. Richard Sherman came out and basically shitted on the Black Lives Matter movement, saying, well, I don't see anybody, standing up when black people, quote unquote, black on black crime, which is no such thing. He came on a national platform and basically shitted on the black on black crime movement. Excuse me, not the black on black crime, the Black Lives Matter movement. He basically disrespected that organization on a national platform. Michael Jordan did the same thing. Oh yeah, well, these kids, they're killing each other in the quote unquote urban community. But hey, white kids, they buy my shoes too. I'm not responsible for that. So when you come out and you speak in mixed company or you use certain words or terms, you are hindering the black community. You push a certain group of people that might sit back and take what you have to say into consideration and might listen and might shape up. But when you come at them a certain way, they don't respect you. And that's what I try to get across to a lot of, older cats out here that don't really understand how, these young kids operate out here. A lot of these guys are looking for guidance and, knowledge and want to listen to the old heads out here. But they come at them in such a derogatory way. They're like, well, why should I respect you? You're not going to respect me. And, I just wanted to point that out. But as far as the Carmichael show, I do see why it got a lot of controversy. But at the same time, these things need to be talked about. But they do need to be talked about. Some things need to be talked about amongst each other, and we have to be very careful about the things that we address on television, within the media, or when certain things are going on in society. Because at the end of the day, it affects all of us. And it breaks up the unity, the little unity that we do have, which we need to increase on. But you guys give me your feedback on, the Carmichael show and this episode of Cosby. What do you think? That's my perspective on it. I really sat back and looked at all different avenues of this. And, that what Gerard said on the Bill Maher show was out of line. because you're basically doing what they want you to do. And I don't know if, a lot of these guys are aware of, why they're invited to certain shows or why they want us to speak on certain issues on a platform. And it's to set you up. And we have to be mindful of that, young or old. But you guys give me your feedback. I'm out.